Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7 out today. Got some more summoning for you guys. This time around, we're going to be jumping into the Notos banner. Oh, I can't wait. Hopefully with the discounted summons that we get here, we don't have to go to pity, right? I'm hoping that we pull some good stuff though. Notos is currently on rate up. BBK is there as a 4-star, which is, you know, not something I necessarily need or anything. But checking out the other, rate up stuff. Oh my god, they changed the, changed everything here. Yeah, Fire Litica is on rate up, and so is Ancient Dragon's Legacy, which I don't have max. So if I get a copy of that, I wouldn't be too upset about it. Right, but let's go in here. Ooh, here we go, 5-star. Hey, maybe we're gonna get a Litica. I don't know. I think Fire Litica might actually be like my most pulled unit out of every unit in Epic 7. And oh, I mean, here we go. The Litica love just doesn't stop flowing, which is awesome. Faithless Litica, my absolute favorite unit in the game, so that's great. See that we are living up to our legacy here. Okay, so 30 summons are discounted, right? That's actually huge because this saves a ton of Mystic Metals. Gonna go ahead and do the last 10 pull here. Ooh, gonna get like nothing, which kind of sucks. I do have like 8,000 Mystics right now, so we're sitting pretty decently here. I'm hoping, again, we don't have to go to pity, but Notos, guys, is absolutely ridiculous. Such a scary unit. You only have to build him with like 50% crit rate, 175 crit damage, because he doubles his stats once he establishes his domain, right? It's essentially what he does. Domain expansion. Those of you guys who watched JJK, which, by the way, I actually do need to still watch season 3. I haven't watched it yet. I'm a binge watcher. Let me know what you guys are. I'm a binge watcher when it comes to anime. Oh my god. Here's a Litica. So I always wait for like an ongoing series to finish before I pick it up and watch it, because I like to watch at my own pace. Maybe an episode here, 2 episodes one day. Maybe I'm watching like 12 episodes all in one go. Who knows, right? But yeah, Notos is going to be insane. We're going to need to gear him a Warfare set, so hopefully you guys have some Warfare pieces laying around. If you don't, then it's going to be a little tricky, and then you got to go farm for it. Alright, let's see though. We're about almost halfway. Wow, please don't drain me of my Mystics. That would be that would be really bad. I'd be kind of upset actually. Oh my god, 2 temple duds. Okay, let's go for one more. I don't actually know if I can go to full pity. I have like literally zero Sky Stones left. Can we get more Moonlight Dream Blades? We understand Setsuka's in the game right now. Still no purples, guys. Still no purples. Okay, we are gonna get Sachet. 4-star artifacts are always welcome. I always need more powders anyway. Come on. I have like 8 more 10 pulls. That's not enough. That is just not enough. Come on now, please. Please, don't do this to me. Oh! Oh, guys! Yes! Notos! He has come home. Oh my god, that is amazing. Finally, we get an incredibly cool looking male character in the game. And what do we get here? Do we get an artifact? No, just a 4-star. Another Setsuko, the Moonlight Dream Blade there. Oh, don't tell me it's another Fire. Okay, good. I was like, if it's another Fire Litica, going a little crazy here, right? Okay, that is very nice actually. So we ended up not using all of our summons. 6 summons in to the next pity, so that is pretty good. And now into the stats and then the rest of the showcase. Okay guys, here is my Notos in the flesh here. We have him at plus 15, plus 7 for both his passive and his skill 1. Basically just increases the damage that he does, which is great, and his skill 3, which decreases cooldowns. Went ahead and SSS'd him, did not pull 5 extra copies of him, let's be very clear here. I actually just went to the Transmit Stone shop. You can buy his imprints directly there, and with 10 gold transmits per imprint, it's 50 transmits for a total of SSS, 21% HP, very worth it. And this, guys, is my current build. He needs to be on Warfare set. Like, that is known, right? You need to have him on Warfare set because you want to start with no cooldowns on his skill 3. And I put him on immunity because I couldn't build him with enough effect resistance. I'm sure I can drop some stats here and there to get him to a decent chunk of effect res, but it's not entirely needed if you have imprints or if you have other units with artifacts and passives on your team. So we do have Holy Sacrifice as the artifact of choice here. We're going to test him out with it. I know a lot of people are running 3F as well, so that is something that you can definitely do. If you don't have 3F from the collab, you can also run Glorious Throne, and that is also an option. But I want to see if Holy Sacrifice is great, because in case he gets focused down, he dies, he comes back, rips another skill 3, you know, it could be kind of cool. But yeah, Warfare set with immunity. The stats here on the right side of the page. Not a whole ton of speed is needed to get him to like 200, but you do want to have some pretty decent rolls here and there. You only need 50% crit chance because he doubles all of his stats when he goes into his domain expansion with his skill 3, bring it to 100%. And you only need 175 crit damage because if we double it, you go to 350, and that's the limit. If you go over 175, it's basically just lost stats there, right? So yeah, it's not too bad overall, right? I'd say. So guys, we are ready to jump into our first match over here to showcase Notos against this team with 2 units that have extra turns. So we're going to definitely bring in Bunny Dom here to help give us some buffs, effect nullifier, skill effect nullifier, and of course Empyrean Ilanov because her defense penetration resistance is going to help us out quite a bit against this Genesis Raz. Now, the great thing about testing Notos into this team is because Lady of the Scales gives all these buffs and statuses, right? The immortality to damage share, Diane's notoriously difficult to deal with because of her immortality, and Genesis Raz having his 5 turns of immune to literally every single negative effect in the entire game. Yeah, well, Notos can take care of that, but the challenge here is to give Notos a turn. So Diane's gonna come in, attack us, all that good stuff. My opponent actually went first. We have a 3-turn immunity buff, which is kind of nice. And the fact that we had effect nullifier, skill effect nullifier was pretty good. Sorry, not effect nullifier, skill nullifier, and then skill effect nullifier, okay? So we're gonna come in here with a, might as well just rip our skill 3, because in the state of Notos' domain expansion, well, there really is nothing to fear. There's no buffs, there's no debuffs, you can't get controlled, but you also can't wield buffs yourself. So bringing in a lot of heavy buffers like I am right now isn't because I'm trying to prep for this to last, it's literally me trying to keep Notos alive until he takes his turn, because my opponent is pretty fast, they have combat readiness gains, right? The good thing is Notos can't get pushed back in combat readiness, so the downside is he can't get pushed up, but that's okay. Genesis Raz is going to come in with a skill 3, it's all good, we're going to shrug it off, easy peasy, and now that it's his turn, well, let's go ahead and activate his skill 3. He creates his domain expansion, the Sanctuary of Battle. And while in here, see, buffs just don't exist, right? Now, the damage share here actually still is an effect, because this is a unique effect. It's like a status more than like a buff or a debuff here. So we do have to get rid of this DN. The good thing is, once we get rid of DN, it should all be good, right? And there's no more damage sharing here. So let's just kind of chip away at her. See what Notos can do. Ooh. Okay, Bunny Dom getting a little close here, but it's okay. Now, I can soul burn the skill too, right? Now, this Notos is only when he's a regular Notos. Right now, he is the God of Battle. And he will attack the enemy with Transcendent Power, penetrates the target's defense, and damage dealt increases proportional to his max health. My guy here is at 64,000 HP. So what if we just like did this, right? There's no reason to attack the DN directly, because if there is damage share, then she'll go down. Oh, okay, never mind. She did not go down. She did jump up though, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. I can just go for this. The immortality saved her, by the way, if you're wondering why she didn't go down. But there we go, and let's just go ahead and sleep the Raz, because he's affected. Never mind, we're not sleeping the Raz here. Let us go for skill 1 onto the... Oh, look at the Lady of the Scales! Oh my god, guys, that's insane damage! Bunny Dom goes down, but it does not matter. Our Notos, just look at this guy. How do you lose How do you lose? This thing is absolutely incredible. I know I brought Aram here. All she did was really give us immunity. She wasn't even fast enough to lap the Notos once he expanded his domain. Well, guys, it was always a matter of time before I have to face my greatest fear, and that is fear itself. So, Swift Flagbearer Cigarette, you guys know whenever I get fear inflicted onto my units, I just never snap out of it, so it's quite a shame. I'm gonna bring in my Infinite Horizon Acades, though, and while she can't push up Notos, she can cleanse him. My Notos, unfortunately, doesn't have too much effect resistance, not that it would really help against a Cigarette anyway, so we do have to struggle here, suffer a little bit. Right, we'll see what happens. The Cigarette goes for the skill 3, we get fear, and this is where things kind of take a turn, right? Notos, if he gets controlled before he can put up his skill 3, right, before he can expand his domain, he can just keep losing his turns. You can keep getting controlled, keep getting stuck, and you can't do anything about it, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do here is, I could go for a skill 2, but I think I'd rather just go for a skill 3. There's no buffs or stuff anyway, but I'll just go for the heal, right? And yeah, my Notos is gonna go. Once you cleanse him though, it's always probably a good idea to bring a cleanser for him. We can go for the skill 3. Now, all the superhumanization, all this stuff with the Nurse Yoha, guess what, guys? It's gone. But at the same time, my units also don't have any buffs. If I S3 with Maid, it's gonna do literally nothing, right? I'll be able to revive, but aside from that, I can't give like any, you know, buffs to the team, okay? So I'm gonna go in onto the Swift Flagbearer Cigarette. Did not work, alright. We'll suffer the consequences of that, but it's okay because look at this. There's, we resisted it, but there's no real debuffs here at all. The good thing is, though, that artifact still works. So you saw Crown of Glory there, right? Crown of Glory allowing my Last Rider Crow to mitigate some of the AoE damage that we would have been taken. So that is pretty nice to see. Let's get rid of the Belly. She seems to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting here in terms of, the damage, right? So let's see how much does non-soulburned, guys, a non-soulburned skill 2, 38,000 damage, are you kidding me? Honestly, I don't know what the dev team was thinking when they made this unit. Expect a lot of control units to kind of be used against Notos here, and I'm not saying that you're gonna auto-win if you use a control unit, right, with him, but Notos, though, by the way, once he is in his domain, you can push him up with combat readiness effects, which is kind of nice. And we also have skill 2 again, so let's go ahead and nuke the DN, right? Yeah, expect him to try to get controlled by some sort of fast opener. So if you're not bringing a cleanser, he can lose his first turn. Even on Warfare set, he'll be stunned or slept or, you know, feared or something like that. And while it is essentially like you'll lose if he takes a turn, right? If he gets into this domain mode, like once you're in it, you kind of just 1v3, right? And maybe the last unit is someone that has a whole team revive or something of the sort. But now it's a 4v1, and it's just absolutely not fair, right? This is just insane. Now, he does have a long cooldown, even with the turn enhancements here, he does have a long cooldown, so you do have a couple turns where you can't really do all that much, right? Giving your opponent a chance, a turn, to potentially come back here. So if you're not running full damage, like maybe I should have finished off the Nurse earlier, instead of letting her live. But yeah, look at this. Notos, though, still doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and just boost up the Maid here. Alright, there we go. Very nice. And if I can... Ooh, I don't have a skill 3 yet. Alright, we'll just have Notos go back into his domain, and we should be good to go from there. The bad thing is, again, you can't push him up, but he can't get pushed back either. So if Belling were like skill 3, like we can't just, you know, get pushed back. We can get provoked though, that is one thing, so do keep in mind that your units, like Notos, can get control, which is why bringing someone like an immunity buffer is also pretty decent for him. Aram was the immunity buffer in the first round, this round we have Last Rider Crow, right? And we can just go for the skill 3, gets rid of superhumanization, we double all of our stats again, and all should be good. What you can do is you can just skill 1 first, right? You don't have to care. Oh, never mind, we missed. We missed. And that's another thing. In this mode, in this arena of battle or whatever it's called, Notos, you, ooh, actually, hang on, let me Let me just go ahead and Soulburn into the... Do we Soulburn into the belly or do we get rid of Nurse? I think we get rid of Nurse first. I'm going to skill on the Nurse. Come on. There we go. There we go. Beautiful stuff. You don't get the extra damage proc if you don't hit, by the way. But yeah, in this mode, you are basically invincible. Basically invisible, because how is your opponent going to take you down when you're lapping so fast and you have 64,000 HP, right? Just look at that, guys. It's just absolutely disgusting. People are probably going to be banning him in RTA for quite some time. So this time around, let's say you didn't bring a cleanser, right? What's another unit that you can use with him? Well, obviously stack a bunch of resistance, duh. So we're gonna bring in Silvertide Christie in the front line with Notos in the back, and we have Aram here as well. Now, the first time I used Aram, I basically just used her as an immunity buffer. This time around, I want to see if we can actually push up the Notos to turn cycle and reset his cooldowns, by the way, which would be absolutely amazing if we could. Let's see if we get sealed here. Yeah, unfortunately, my Ilanov does get sealed, but the good thing is Genesis Roz is usually pretty slow, and because Notos can't get pushed back by the Sigrid, we actually just get to go. He's kind of inevitable, right? Unable to get pushed back here. You can only get controlled. So there we go. God of Battle is now obtained, and Aram could honestly just push him up, fully reset him. And the crazy thing about this is that, like, you can just skill 3 again after your domain is gone, and you could just do it all over again. In fact, I can just say, like, no to Genesis Roz, like, right now. I could just be like, you know what, I don't really feel like dealing with him, so goodbye. Like, what is my opponent supposed to do, right? So there he goes. One thing to note is that his skill 2 does penetrate defense, which is important. One thing I was trying to say in the last round that I kept like blanking on as I was trying to explain it was that your passives and artifacts can all still apply. Which means if you're bringing Notos in battle, using someone like Empyrean Ilanov on your team, yes, well, you can't get Indomitable buff here, right? It doesn't matter. The fact that you can have this defense penetration resistance just apply to you is absolutely invaluable, right? And so things like Setsuka as well, I feel like people are definitely going to be using units like Setsuka because she is going to be really, really strong with giving Notos just evasion for no reason at all, right? Yeah, let's just come in here with the S2 against the Bellion. Let's see if we actually get our skill 3 off of cooldown. Right, we're out of the domain here. I think Aram's going to be a really strong unit with Notos, right? Let's go for skill 1. Let's see if we have a skill 3 again. There you go, guys. Just rip another skill 3. That is just absolutely crazy. I don't know why this is allowed. People are going like, hey, this is going to be patched, this is insane. I don't think it's going to be patched at all. Like, this was intentional, that Aram is able to reset units to have them use their best skills over and over again, right? But in the context of Notos, like, this seems kind of unfair, doesn't it? I wonder how the arena meta is going to change. I mean, evasion's pretty good against Notos, right? Let's not lie about that. Evasion buff units, not good. Evasion passive units with artifacts, gonna be okay with surviving, because again, no fixed damage if he misses, and if you miss, you also don't crit. Alright guys, what if we went in here and did something really, really dumb? Gonna go ahead and essentially fight a really bad matchup here, right? I'm bringing in squishy units, right? I have a Notos, pretend he's band protected or something. I can't Soulburn. Lady of the Scales is probably gonna cleanse after Rinok and everyone pushes up, right? She's gonna push herself up. Genesis Roz is here, probably gonna cleave my entire team. Setsuka's over there on the other side, and that passive evasion is something that we can't really deal with. I'm bringing in Xeno. His passive's gonna work, but I don't think I'm gonna make it in time, right? So I am just gonna go for a skill 2. Let's hit the Lady of the Scales. Maybe we can push her back. I do have some effectiveness on Rinok. That doesn't work. And Koli comes in with some damage there. Not bad. Let's go into the Roz. Let's just go ahead and try to get as much of his HP down as possible. Hopefully proc that immortality. Boom. Okay. And so now Lady of the Scale is going to come in. This is going to be kind of bad, honestly, because it's going to push up the Bellion. Bellion's going to push back my team. Koli can't do anything. Roz is going to come in, essentially nuke everybody. And we just have to hold on and hope that we're okay. Yep, everyone's provoked. Genesis Roz is going to come in. skill 2, the Koli, ooh, takes her out as well. Yeah, so there goes the Rinok, there goes the Xeno. I don't know if Notos is gonna survive though, let's see. Oh, he hangs on by a thread, guys, and guess what? We do have the domain expansion. And with that, nice little debuff Setsuka, right? We're just immune. We're gonna resist everything. Lady of the Scales, how cute. Okay, not bad. We're gonna come in here though with a skill 2. I'm really hoping that we hit the Setsuka. It's a 50-50 shot. The damage share should finish off the Genesis Raz though, so let's go ahead and do this. See if we get him. Oh, we did get her, but unfortunately Lady of the Scales basically healed everyone back up to full, so it's fine. He's dealing some damage to Notos, but again, we have so much HP, it doesn't even matter to us. Let's try to finish off the Setsuka. Unfortunately, we miss, right? Kinda sucks. And again, we don't have soul burns or anything either here. If I can hit another skill 2, Setsuka's the main obstacle, right? In our fight. Come on now, Notos. Let's do it. You got this, buddy. Oh, beautiful. So Setsuka goes down. If I didn't kill Setsuka there, honestly, I might have just lost, right? So here's the bad thing, and this is what I wanted to showcase here. When Noto's just by himself, right? No cleansers, no support, you can easily get control. And no, this is not just me showcasing my terrible luck against fear, where I'm basically never, ever, ever gonna snap out of fear, ever. My units just never do. And it's basically been proven as a fact on this channel. We do get provoked here, which is fine. We don't get feared there, so that's cool. We do go for a skill 1, hardly does any damage, got a little defense break action, right? But yeah, we are right now just in a very vulnerable state. We're gonna get a bunch of debuffs on us. The fear, we don't get, we never snap out of it. Don't even pray, right? There's nothing. Oh, we did resist though. That's kind of cool. The fact that we resisted actually mattered a little bit because now we can skill 3. I was trying to showcase like in Notos going down. I am running Holy Sacrifice, so even if he was controlled, right, we would be able to revive and then have him skill 3 anyway. So let's just go for this now. I think we're good. We're back in his domain, back in his safe spot. This is also kind of why I want to run resistance on him. If you get about 100 effect resistance, you can resist things like Lady of the Scales, who are normally built with no effectiveness. Maybe like common Bellions, also built with like no effectiveness. Most speed Bellions might have a little bit, right? But 100 resistance is normally a pretty decent, safe threshold to be at. Anyway, just showcasing Notos kind of being an absolute god here. And we'll just finish off Lady of the Scales. Yeah, he does have vulnerabilities. So as you can see, if you have terrible luck like me, especially against fear, you can get controlled. And there's pretty much nothing you can do about it either. He's just gonna go down, and that's just the only thing like that's gonna happen. There's no way around it, right? Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into this one here, where we're up against Frieren, a unit I really want to test Notos against. Now, if you're on 3F, then your skill 1 in your domain should probably finish off the Frieren. I'm pretty sure it does. But we'll test it here. I'm not on 3F, right? So we're just on Holy Sacrifice. If things go awry, it's always nice to have a little backup plan, yeah? So we'll see how he fares. My opponent's going to go first. I'm purposely playing a little bit slower here. There's no reason for me to play faster, because if I'm playing Zio, then I might as well just run Shepherd of the Dark DN, and then, you know, you're just basically watching a cleave happen. So we're going to come in here and hopefully not proc Frieren. That was a really bad counter there. I'm going to go for, might as well just go for a skill 3, right? Let's go for some injury onto the Ruel. Not too bad. So our Xeno unfortunately like went down. He was supposed to be there as like kind of a fail-safe for the team, but it's okay. Let's just go for a skill 3. And well, Frieren doesn't even get her magical barrier, so you don't even need fixed damage in this case, right? We're doing good. Oh my god, nice. Good job, Setsuka. And yeah, Frieren is just kind of a sitting duck. She's a glass cannon. I shouldn't say sitting duck. She can still do damage. But yeah, notice how units like Setsuka work really well here because her passives, right? Her passive for the evasion, Ilana's passive for the defense penetration resistance. It's all really good. Unfortunately, no Xeno here, so we still have to deal with a Setsuka kind of existing, but it's okay. Hopefully we can hit the Ruel. If not, then we'll cry. Oh, there we go. Nice hit there. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Rinok if we can. Oh, there's a counter. It's not good. Oh, there's a double count. Okay. And Rinnock's coming in. It's all good. Spoils and stuff, by the way, still work. And Pilfer, because again, these are like unique effects. They're not considered buffs or debuffs. But because I don't like that, let's just get rid of the Rinnock. Again, if I had something like 3F, then that definitely would have killed. But there we go. Get our stats back. And let's see if we can get lucky here. Slow burn. See if we can get rid of the Setsuka. We have no Xeno on our side. Oh, so close, but yeah, soul burning that. Look at that damage that we just did right there. Pretty decent, yeah. Pretty decent. Setsuka's gonna come in with some damage. It's fine, yeah, we don't go down, thankfully. Oh, he does take out my Setsuka. Whoa, kinda sucks, but that's okay. I mean, it's easy cleanup work there. Yeah, Notos does pretty well, but I would definitely say one of his major weaknesses in combat is definitely gonna be the RNG of Setsuka and evasion. For this match here, we're going to play a little bit more aggressively into my opponent. I am bringing in Bunny Dom though, because I don't know if I'm going to fight the DN or the Rinnock with my Zeo skill 3. I don't know who I'm going to target here. We'll see. If I target the Rinnock, Holy has a 50-50 shot of missing when it comes to her skill 2, so it kind of sucks. But it looks like the DN's not that fast, which is pretty decent. We'll hit the Rinnock. We're not going to soul burn. I don't want to proc the DN on the other side. So let's go for this. We do get the push back, very nice. We miss on the skill 2, it's okay though. We'll come in with the skill 3, and we do get the frostbite, the bombs, and everything. I don't know if I'm gonna hit the free ring, right? So we'll see here. Come on. Oh, okay. Rinnock's still silenced, which is a good thing. We missed the free ring. Okay. We're gonna push up our team here. By team, I mean everyone except Notos. Notos is gonna go after everyone, I believe. So Zeo gets to go. I might as well. Diane actually lost her turn. Well, actually, there's two DNs on the other side. Let's go for the Rinnock. Let's kind of finish her off here. Very good. Ooh, unfortunately hit the Freer in there. It's okay. Because again, Notos is inevitable. Now you no longer have to use something like Bellion, right, against a Freerin. It's super annoying to have to tailor one unit to deal with one specific unit on the other team, right? It's just terrible. It's a one-for-one trade in terms of team. And if you're playing Bellion, chances are you're going to get controlled and just absolutely demolished. I mean, just look at this Freerin and how much damage she pumps out, right? Absolutely insane. But the good thing is, well, we don't have to worry because Freerin's kind of a sitting duck. DN, 0 buffs here, right? Absolutely nothing. She can CR push. If she like skill 2 tier, she could definitely CR push. She can heal and stuff, that's also fine. But yeah, we can just come in, just, ooh, let's go for a skill 2. Why not? Let's go for a skill 2 here. There's no reason for me to finish off the Freerin right now. She's so far back. Go for that. Boom. Gone. I could go for a skill. Could have gone for a skill 1 on Freerin, but we don't have the extra attack because we don't have Deify. And yeah, we are faster because again, his speed gets doubled too, guys. By the way, down goes the Freerin. Perfect damage to kill. And that's also not including the fixed damage that would have come from this. If you're using Zeo, there's Deify is not going to be there, so you're not going to get extra attacks or anything like that. Zeo kind of loses a lot of potential, doesn't synergize well with Notos, but you can use him as an opener for sure. So, we have a unit here that we actually haven't tested Notos against yet, and that is going to be Harseti. Now on paper, you would think that Notos is going to be really good into Harseti. I mean, she equalizes speed. Notos can just take a turn and enter the domain. The problem is, again, Notos doesn't negate passives, and so Harseti will limit his speed, and so he can't lap. He doesn't get that 400 speed, that doubled speed, right, against your opponents, and that's gonna hurt quite a bit. It's gonna be kind of bad in the sense that, like, we aren't really gonna be able to loop around and kind of nuke people down. We have to take our turn, and taking our turn means you're probably gonna be getting hit quite a bit too. So it's not quick and easy where you can go in, finish off your opponent, be done with it, right? And there's also the speed RNG. Now, Notos doesn't really care when he goes, but your teammates might. You might get controlled, you might get stunned by Abyssal Crown or other shenanigans here. So we're going to try to take care of this Setsuka immediately. The RNG from Setsuka's evasion is something we don't want to deal with. I brought in Xeno, so we're nullifying her evasion right now. But yeah, still good to try to finish her off as soon as possible. So Lady of the Scale is going to push up the team. Setsuka's going to skill 3. Absolutely nothing happens, which is great for me. And we're going to go straight into the Setsuka here, see if we can finish her off. If we can get rid of the Setsuka, we can turn our sights to things like the Genesis Ras, like the Harseti, for example, right? So let's come in here, and I'm actually going to Soul Burn skill 1. See if we can put... Oh, wait, hang on. That was a bad idea. I was going to say, oh, see if we can put Frostbite on her. No, that's not going to work. Let's go for a skill 3. Yeah, there's no buffs or debuffs going either way, which is very fair and balanced, right? There we go. Very nice. Unfortunately, Lady of the Scales, though, that passive, just healing everyone up to full, really sucks for us. And I'm really hoping that Xeno does not go down. Oh, well, okay, spoke too soon. Down he goes. Right. Well, we just got a YOLO again against Setsuka, showcasing again why passives are so strong against Notos. Except he's an absolute Chad, so he doesn't care. So he finished off the Setsuka. Oh, that's amazing. Honestly, in that case, it probably would have been good for me to finish off the Harseti, allowing my Notos to loop around the Setsuka a couple times before she can take a turn and try to finish her off that way. That would have been okay. But yeah, it's still a 50-50 shot there. Definitely recommend bringing someone who can seal. Someone who can seal would work really, really well with the Notos against the Setsuka. Like, if you brought an Archdemon, seal the Setsuka, right? Notos comes in, dual attacks, because he probably, if you doubled his attack, has a high attack if you're playing with bruisers. And you can just finish off your opponent that way, right? So it's not too bad. Okay, let's come in here with a skill 3, and then hopefully we can try fighting a Setsuka next time with 3F. Because if you have 3F or Glorious Throne, you can actually do fixed damage against her even if you miss, because artifacts will still proc regardless of whether or not you hit. So we're going to go into this match here with 3 passive abilities on Notos: Evasion, Defense Penetration Resistance, and a chance to counter. So against this team here, we're up against our arch nemesis Setsuka once again. Notos should be pretty good against the Freerun. We are on 3F, and I'm putting Notos in the front so we can counter with Assyria, hopefully using 3F to our advantage to take down Setsuka, to take down Freerun. The only issue is there's a Bossarunka and a Lady of the Scales here, but we should be okay if Notos takes a turn and... Oh! That's a weird turn order. Okay. Wow, his units are slow for some reason. Okay. Not expected at all. Did not want to double counter, triple counter into this, pushing up my opponent's team all the way. Oh my god, what is happening? Lady of the Scales gonna push up. Oh my god, Freerun's gonna take another turn, guys. What? What just happened? Alright, the Bossarunka's gonna come in. Deal some damage to Notos, okay. Unfortunately, ooh, she can defense break, but thankfully a little bit of resistance goes a long way, right? Bossarunkas normally don't have effect res, so we're good. Nice, good evasion there. Right, Setsuka saving us. Unfortunately, we're just pushing up my opponent's team, like, into oblivion. There we go. Missed on every hit, but that's fine. It just means we don't apply any of the effects that we would like to apply. And might as well go for a skill 3. I don't see why not. It'll cleanse us of debuffs. Notos would cleanse us anyway, right? He's actually like the best stripper and the best cleanser in the entire game, so that's kind of cool. All right, Notos, don't get... Okay, there you go. Missed. Very good. Otherwise, we know we would have lost that turn. Guaranteed. Let us go for just the skill 1, because I want to hold on to this. I don't want my opponent to counter. I don't want to push my opponent up anymore. Let's go for a skill 3. Let's just have Notos establish the battlefield. And I think we're good, right? Again, in this state here, you don't really do anything with Setsuka. You just go for skill 1s. You can also technically not hit like the Bossarunka here. I can go back and like hit anybody else I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish off the... Ooh, do I finish off Freerun? Nah, we can counter. I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish off the Setsuka. Let's see how much we do with 3F, assuming we miss. Please miss. Okay, we didn't miss, but 20k damage and an extra... Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. That was through damage share. That's insane. And yeah, look at that. Freerun goes down. You basically can ignore Freerun in these types of matches. Like, she's not DPSing down a 64k HP Notos here, right? So look at that. Skill 1, boom, just done. Super clean, super easy. Yeah, again, careful with Setsuka. definitely annoying. So, do you guys remember when I said that Harsetti was one of the other unique matchups that we haven't done yet? Well, Notos v Notos is apparently on the table here with this guy's defense team, so let's go ahead and try it out here. We basically have an identical setup. I traded Bossarunka for a Lone Crescent Bellona because we do get the extra evasion from the Setsuka, which is really nice, and she is dark, which means all the light units will attack her. She might go down relatively early, but we'll see. Hopefully we can deal some good injury in return, which I think is going to be a pretty decent way of countering Notos here. Again, the unfortunate part is Setsuka. You can't really deal with Setsuka, right? And we'll see what happens when I do God of War first. Let's go ahead and use a skill 3. What's going to happen is I'm going to run out of my buff before my opponent does, so he actually has a turn of God of War when I don't have it, and... or sorry, not God of War, a God of Battle or something like that, right? And so that's actually a pretty big disadvantage for me here, right? We'll see how it plays out, but yeah, we're definitely going to want to get rid of Setsuka first. When I said that you can seal her with Arc Demon or something like that, you actually can't because, well, it's in the domain, so you can't use buffs or debuffs. Yeah, Setsuka's just going to be a pain in the butt, but what we're going to do is... I'm going to go for a skill 2 here. If this doesn't kill Setsuka, it's fine, because I'm running 3F, and I want to see how much fixed damage we do. Unless we, like, one-shot her. Okay, we don't one-shot her. Okay, about 5k fixed damage, which is, again, not too bad, not too shabby. Let's come in here with a... do I even skill 3? No, I think I just skill 1 here. Let's go for the Setsuka, because we can. She's going to counter, which sucks, but it's okay. We do get the Fighting Spirit to come and attack with the extra attack. Good job. Good damage against the Setsuka, too. Unfortunately, she's building up quite a bit of Fighting Spirit herself. Right, we'll see what happens. Bellona should have good dodge. She has, what, 15% per unit on your field, so that's 60% plus Setsuka's 30. You have a 10% chance of getting hit, and that kind of makes her a decent tank for the Notos. Maybe not the skill 2. Yeah. Ooh, but yeah, as long as he misses, he's not going to deal as much damage, which is pretty decent. Okay, we could go for the Setsuka here, though, because no matter what, okay, we hit, but no matter what, our fixed damage would be able to take care of her, so that's nice. Go for the Notos, right? The opponent's Notos, no! Okay, let us heal. Come on, Bellona. Again, the good thing about Bellona as a tank into Notos is that she can heal, and she can dodge. If she dodges, no fixed damage, right? I think she's actually a pretty decent answer to something like this. But look at this. My opponent is going to have God of Battle. Mine's about to run out because I'm about to take a turn, and it's not going to be pretty. Let's go for this. Oh, good dual attack. That's a really good dual attack here. So now I can come in, Soul Burn. Let's get rid of the Bossarunka. And we should be in pretty good hands now. Bossarunka goes down, right? Yeah, 30k. Very nice. I will just go for a skill 1. We're going to heal up a little bit. Hope that we don't die here. There's only a 10% chance of hitting. Come on, please. Okay, good. And we're going to be countering and stuff as well. Beautiful. Setsuka's going to... this kind of sucks because it's a waste. Notos will heal back up. He'll be at full health again. Ooh, actually, Setsuka's just going off. Okay, there we go. See, he's back at full health. Let's just go ahead and skill 3. See if we can debuff him. If we can blind him, there you go. Now Bellona's going to be incredibly safe. Let's go for a skill 3. And this is where if you save your... oh my gosh, Ivanov. Did she always glow like that? Wait, what a weird effect. Did she always have that glowing effect when she used her skill 3? Okay, but anyway, yeah, I think Bellona's a pretty decent unit into Notos. The more you know, right? So hopefully you guys have been learning from watching the videos so far. If you have, be sure to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. But with that being said though, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Notos, guys, an absolute powerhouse, but do be careful because passives are definitely going to be something that work really well against him and with him. So if you're drafting in RTA, Setsuka's a pretty good unit to lock in, and any other units like Empyrean Ilanov with passives to help protect your team when he inevitably does get his domain up. Otherwise, try to control him him as much as possible so that he loses his turns. And if you're like me and you can't ever snap out of fear, do yourself a favor and bring a cleanser along, or at the very least a Dragon King Sharoon, so she stops you from getting stunned, slept, and feared. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, again, please do subscribe to the channel. Helps me out quite a bit. Want to see us grow organically and through word of mouth. And until next time, take care.